Hello, how are you today? Still no sales, but that's perfectly fine. I know eventually I will get some sales. I had a kind of stressful day, but also I was happy today. It was mostly stressful. It was mostly stressful because of my son had a cardiologist appointment, and I'm just doctor's appointments make me anxious, and it was in a new area. We hadn't been there before, things like that. But, so far they think everything looks okay. He's got to wear like a 24 monitor, and then, it'll be fine. So, nothing too major, just kind of making sure everything is fine. It's actually been pretty cold here, though. Which I know everyone who lives up north is going to be like, that's nothing, but I've lived in the south for as long as I can remember. I'm not used to this, but it was in the 30s for most of the morning, and then it dipped into the 20s, and then back into the 30s, and then for the afternoon and part of the evening it was in the 40s, and then went back into the 30s. So, I'm not used to that. I am used to 100-degree heat. But it's alright, we're surviving it so far. And then in terms of screen time, I had about 7-ish hours, I believe. I have not finished a book yet. I've been reading Shades of Rust and Ruin by A.G. Howard. I had to restart it. I started it years ago and didn't get to finish it, but I haven't found time to actually sit down and read it. The paintings I started yesterday, I finished today, and then I also did some writing today, and a little bit of the craft, if you know what I mean. And in terms of writing, I wrote 102 words, which I know may not seem like a lot, but considering it was in the last few minutes of the day, it was a lot. I did, however, forget to take my medicine. I woke up, I fed my son, I took a nap because my husband got home, and then, so I forgot to take my first dose of Prazosin, and then we were at his doctor's appointment for my second dose, and then I also take my other medications in the morning as well. And then my third dose, I was like, I missed the first 2 doses. I'm not going to take 1 dose. That's just going to throw everything off. So, yeah. Hopefully I remember to take them tomorrow. We went to Sonic today. So fun fact, where we live, a lot of the Sonics suck, unfortunately. Which means that it's a very rare occasion we get Sonic, because it sucks, and the ones in our area suck, which makes me sad because I do enjoy some Sonic mozzarella sticks. So hopefully wherever we live next, we have a decent Sonic, because I want actual good Sonic, not terrible Sonic. When I say terrible Sonic, I mean we've waited an hour and a half for our food before. Oh, in terms of my dream, so I don't remember what I was dreaming about, but I do remember one bit, and it was mirrors. The layout of mine and my husband's bedroom was completely different, but there were these mirrors leaning against the wall, and it was at least 3 rows of mirrors, and it was all sorts of different mirrors, the rectangular floor length mirrors, fancy mirrors, all sorts of mirrors, but they all had gilded frames, gold frames, and they were all leaning against each other, leaning on the wall at the end of the bed, which, if you know me, I refuse to have a mirror facing my bed. So having a ton of them leaning against the wall facing my bed, absolutely not. But I remember waking up in the middle of the night, and even like waking my husband up and being like, hey, what's with the mirrors? Because like I was awake, but I wasn't fully awake. Like I was still like processing that I had woken up. So I was like, you know, what's with these mirrors? And like, even though I don't remember anything else, like I know in the dream my husband had something to do with the mirrors, and I don't know what. But if anyone knows or has any theories, let me know, because I'm very interested in knowing what was with all of these mirrors. Like I might have to see if I can kind of sketch it out or something.